Speaking up and shutting up. Finding a voice, finding many voices with tongues attached to hearts, pulsating from chests with ears and eyes we experience. Another sameness. Our insecurities need a point of reference. The lonely times have to stop ending in suicide. Open up and difficulties become curiosities. Understood atrocities shaking rib cages apart. Multiple parts now. These pieces aren't broken, just misplaced. It's okay to not know which place they belong. Beat your clavicle on my drum of leather hide taken from my backside. That time I got too much sunshine and wanted to share it. Make music with damaged freedom. Vocal cords like thunderstorms rocking sleepy brains into something awake. We'll braid our veins together to make lanyards as keepsakes and pass them out to human faces tired of mirrors. Catchment containers of tears will quench our thirst as fears leave us wanting more from pulsating hearts in chests with eyes, ears, and tongues, learning to listen. Thanks. This first one, I'm not going to use the bass. I just wanted to look cool. Well, I'm Gork, for those of you who don't know. This is my migration celebration. After 6 weeks at Standing Rock, I'm going to be moving to Missoula, Montana to just do stuff. Like January 16th, we're counter-protesting a group of Nazis who want to do an armed march through Whitefish, Montana, because they're upset with a group called Love Lives Here. And so this group I helped organize at Standing Rock, we go by Alliance for Intersectional Power. We're organizing a counter-protest. We already have hundreds of people who are down to head with us to Whitefish to counter-protest that. And there'll be other things that we're doing. We're on the front lines quite a few times at Standing Rock as well. If you want more detailed information about like what you're donating to, if you donated, that'd be cool. Then you can approach me and I can give you more information on that. Yeah, I'll start off with a poem and just see what else comes out of my mouth. Why can't we be human together? Because shoes, because many shoes, because people, because war zones, because food, because soap, because water, because you have to play with fire more, because friction is hot but you are always so cold, because of course reality is stranger than fiction. Fiction is supposed to make sense, because pine beetles make pine trees porous and it burns better, because timber, because tinder, because tremor, because quake, because burns hurt, because you have to play with fire and knives and geometry, and why is that satanic and holy shit? Because war on knowledge, because of boats, because of boots, because of shoes. We got armadas, we caused damage, we got damage, we cost hundreds of billions of light years. Every light and year we see in the distance. And speaking of which, where's my sideways elevator? And what's with the war machines, bro? Don't tase me, bro. Don't tax me so much. Because food, not bombs. Because connect the dots. How do you survive on commercials? How do you starve? How do you forgive for good? How do you forget misunderstood? How do you regret the unknown? How do you let go, catch and release, won't feed? All my old haunts hate me. All my bad thoughts make me. Is there too much feedback coming up here for y'all? So, okay. I'm just nervous. It sounds really intense up here, so I'll just get over that.
I think it's a little loud.
It's a little loud? Okay. Did someone see which knob she turned? No? I'll figure it out. Oh, I do, yeah. I'm one of those horrible musicians that just like picks this thing up every now and then.
No, you're not. You're good with it.
Aw, thanks, brother. Is that better?
Yeah,
Is that
a lot
less?
better.
Okay, cool, thanks. Oh, that's my twin brother, everyone. I love you. Okay, here's a poem about my fears. What terrifies me most is what I'm made of. A personal trauma-filled past and the accumulated karma of centuries of manipulation and dogma. I know karma doesn't work like that, but I have a sensitive heart that feels for the oppressed. And during this process of empathy, I become distraught by the catastrophe that is genocide. Because a group of humans thought they were right, and so the rest must be wrong, and so the rest must be righted, or else the right group is being wronged. I hate empathizing with the oppressor, because seeing their side makes me the opposite of calmer. I don't want to be a colonizer. And then I imagine what it must be like to be a suicide bomber. Their suicide justified because they thought that what they were doing was right. I was there a few times. During the socially constructed teenage years while trapped in foster care, my fragile ego had to make sense of the world. The memories added up to me being unlovable. So my last act of love would be to take myself out of this world. But it never felt right inside. I never wanted to cause more pain, but that's what each attempt did. But being in pain also caused more pain, because the people around me couldn't look inside themselves and feel for a human who lost their will to survive. Or maybe they could, but became too lost in that remembered pain to help. What terrifies me most is losing that natural, innate instinct to keep on existing. I continue to find bees on the ground, they're just resting, I tell myself, because the truth stings. Human greed funding experimental science, addiction to newest technologies. We want to be the best, but we're not watching where we're stepping. And I don't mean the sidewalk cracks. It's not a big enough gap for the privileged. First world nations hit home runs, the effects of which are pollution and poverty in the backyards of third world countries. 10-year-old in America sits at home living dreams on the iPhone. 10-year-old in China makes iPhones while dreaming of home. This world is backwards and insane, expecting sustainable solutions while continuing the process of ambition and discontentment, all in the name of continued progress. When people start viewing suicide as an act of self-compassion, there is something deeply wrong. We are obsessed with communication, but it's not helping us listen. What terrifies me most is popular culture's method of education, rigid guidelines and indoctrination, when some of the most amazing experiences I've had were with things that didn't speak the same language, whether it be humans, animals, or plants. The dropping of assumptions makes way for true connection. Defending the idea of rightness leads to violence. Oppression is violence. Oppression is asserting dominance. I don't care what your title is, the law, parent, teacher, sir, or organized religion. What terrifies me most is that my presence is an inconvenience. Mental health is being criminalized along with homelessness and drug addiction. How ironic. The symptoms of a sick society are being blamed by that same society for the illness. The cancer patient blames the coughed up blood for being sick. It imprisons it in a saucer. Maybe studying it will produce an answer. Being the judgment maker is a lot easier than healing. Getting in touch with the deeper sense of feeling that isn't distraught by things so mundane as indifference, impermanence, discrimination. Dear sensitive child of first world nations, empathy doesn't have to lead to desperation. Allow your ability to feel to guide you to altruism. Stop indulging in your privilege of pity. Learn from what is shitty. Give back so we're not like our forefathers who believed this world was theirs. And then there's the over-optimizers, the self-professed, self-aware wounded healers, internal alchemizers, transforming their pain into beauty to help the survivors, waking up every morning with bananas in their smoothies while dole plantations are sickening indigenous families. We are the epitome of hypocrisy. Dear therapist, you're so obsessed with understanding and clarity. I don't trust you're hearing me clearly. Humans epitomize hypocrisy. I am not spreading negativity. I am a beacon of positive light. We tell ourselves so we can go to bed at night. While our nightlights outshine the cultures being raped by rich guys. What terrifies me most is the lack of honesty happening. I am not depressed because I am trying. I am saddened by the continued realization that there will be no revolution. Change won't happen that quickly. Love won't heal those sickly if they can't feel it. I no longer claim to be an activist because I am tired of thinking I know what this world needs. Self-righteousness isn't helping. I want to show compassion and kindness because we blur the world of reason and logic, which is why we need persuasion and manipulation to convince authority figures to stop discrimination. War is murder, and it's celebrated because in order to feel secure, others must be hated. We have damaged psyches. Maybe our spirits have been trapped in our minds for too long. Our identities too afraid of being wrong. Maybe this is what happens when the spring of life inside us goes silent, when birds stop singing and humans forget how to continue the song. Can we be wrong together? Can we learn to sing together? Because I don't know the truth. I'm just terrified of those who stop searching because they think they do. Thanks. You're an amazing audience. That was so attentive. I know my poetry can be like really sad and heavy sometimes, so I appreciate that. Also, I'm stoked, there's a bunch of bags outside with a bunch of my shit that I don't want anymore. Well, some of it I do, but I can't take with me. And I see a couple silly hats around the room.
Thank you!
Yeah, totally. So there's a lot of like silly, weird stuff. I also like gained 15 pounds at Standing Rock, so I came back and most of my shit didn't fit me anymore. So if you're smaller than this then there's clothes out there. Shoot, I wrote a poem about Standing Rock. I guess I'll read it. I want to talk about it a little bit first. Particularly that last poem that I read, there's some things in there that are no longer true for me because of Standing Rock. I think it was very naive of me to say that there will be no revolution, because that can't happen that quickly. How fucking naive of me. Like, the revolution has been happening since the settlers came and didn't complete the genocide of the Native Americans. The fact that the Native Americans have held onto their culture this long means like the revolution's been here. It's been happening. People have been living differently since before I was born. So there was that. That was kind of shattered for me. And also the end where, like, can we learn to sing together? I don't think we can. There's some people I don't want to fucking sing with. Like, I'm going to be protesting a bunch of, like, alt-right neo-Nazis. Like, I don't ever want to sing with them. Like, I hope we can someday learn to live in coexistence to where our decisions and behaviors don't harm other people. But until then, I want to, like, create spaces that are safe for people, and anyone, like, jeopardizing the safety of that space, I want to, like, kick the fuck out. That's where I'm at. There's been people being harmed and marginalized for a really long time. And I think that, like, white man's turn to take a step back. Yeah, there's that spiel. Y'all want to hear one more poem they sing? And then after me we have Ghost with their sad, angsty acoustic. And then we have, is it Godai or Godai? Godai doing his self-deprecating folk punk. And then we're going to be mixing it up and doing some Electrodelic by Nyx. And then some experimental noise by Piles. I don't know if Piles is in the house. And then we'll be closing out the night with some fun dance music. So don't be scared if like you're feeling all the feels right now. We'll get to shake them out later. Are there any whiskey drinkers in the house? Okay, this is a poem about how whiskey is made. James, my son, rusty bands perch in longing. Don't lack like them. Stagnation corpses life, but for death carves identity into bark of aspens. Modern witches disappear aspirin. Grave mistake stains greatest sin. Enliven self-rejection. Murder the reflections so you don't know awareness. Hawk screeching alerts prey. Unborn eggs wait for what? Great question. Live the answer till coffin dancers rejoice over empty rectangle of dirt. Love the knave and kill the master. Seek out friendlier ways while past consumes time journeys faster. And frighten the naive, stepmother the bastards. Innocence bleeds. Child is martyr. Succumbs to role as actor. Spewing letters. Spit fills Jameson bottle. Thanks. I love how my mistakes almost go with the poetry. It's worked well in my favor.